Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to see about ViewSets and model ViewSets. I will explain you why we need it, when we are going to use it, and what are the things available in it. I will show you through documentation so that there will be no doubt and you will get a proper understanding of how things are working behind the scene. So in my previous video I have explained you a lot of ways to create views, generic views, class-based views. So I have taught you like how you can create a single method through a view, or how you can use mixins to create a combination of views together. But now we are going to see ViewSets and model ViewSets, which will make your life more easier. Now your code will be more shorter. You will create 4 or 5 APIs in just 2-3 lines, and with so much of customizations and easy way. Like, you don't have to create so many views now. You can create single view and it will handle a lot of URLs inside it. So how it is going to work, I am going to show you next. And I'm also going to show you how you can customize the logic inside it, how you can write your own business logic. So if you are getting confused, don't worry. When you will complete this video, you will be having a nice clear understanding of how we can write easily views in Django. So let's start. So let's see the documentation first. So I'm on the documentation of Django REST Framework. You can click here and you can see views, generic views we have seen already, and now we are going to see ViewSets. So I want to show you something. This is important for us. A ViewSet class is simply a type of class-based view that does not provide any method handlers such as get, post. Instead, it provides actions .list, .create. So ViewSet is also a class-based view, and in this class-based view we don't have this get, post, delete and patch methods. We have actions. We have actions inside it that we can override. So we have list, create, and all thing that is required to update, like update, retrieve, delete, those methods. So you can see it in below here. I am showing you which kind of actions we can use here. So in a ViewSet there are six sections that we can override, we can use. So the first one is list, which you already know that it is used to provide list of objects in response. Then we have create, which is equivalent to post method. Then we have retrieve action, which is equivalent to get action, and then we get method. And then we have update action, which is equivalent to patch method. And then partial update, this update is put method, this is partial update is patch method. And then we have destroy, which is equivalent to delete method. So these are the things that we can do with a ViewSet. So we just have to write a single class, the name of the class, and then we have to inherit this ViewSet, and then we can override these methods to complete it. Now we have, in a single class we can create 6 different URLs, 6 different APIs which perform their own actions. So for that we need just a single ViewSet. But wait, we are not going to use ViewSet every time. We are not going to use ViewSet in production. It is very rare that we are going to use ViewSets. So what exactly we are going to use is model ViewSets. So now you have a doubt, like, if we are not using ViewSets, then why I am explaining it? Because it is important to know things which are working behind the scene. So even if we are using model ViewSet, internally it is implemented over this ViewSet only. So let's see in model ViewSet what we have, what options we have. So here you can see after ViewSet we have generic ViewSet, which is very similar to generic API views. So generic ViewSets inherit from generic API view and provide a default. We can provide these parameters here directly: query set, serializer class, and permission class, and it will handle everything for us. So we just have to, it makes our life very easy. We have already seen that in generic API views we just have to provide a few parameters into a class and it handles everything for us. Now the important thing that mostly we are going to use in production code is this. So stay focused here while I am explaining it. Even if you don't understand what are ViewSets, just think of it like a simple class which gives 6 different actions to perform operations on the database. Now we have model ViewSets. In model ViewSets our life will be very easier. Even if we don't need to write those methods on your own, Django will handle everything. We just have to provide a few parameters like this: query set, like which model you are targeting of database, and then you have to provide serializer class, exactly how we have done in last video. and then we have to provide permission classes, which is optional, I guess. Yeah, we don't need to provide it mandatorily, but these are a few things that we have to give, and our life will be sorted. So let's see what is ModelViewSet, because it is important for us to know a little bit theory before we start coding it, because you must have some understanding of documentation, how things are working. Because in interview you will got stuck if someone asks you a deep question like whatever makes sense, how ModelViewSets are internally implemented, because you have no black boxes in your mind. So that's why I'm clearing it what exactly a ModelViewSet is. So ModelViewSet is built over ViewSets. Over ViewSet we build generic ViewSets, and then over generic ViewSets we build ModelViewSets. So it is very similar to the previous one. Like we create API views, then we create generic API views, and then over it we create our create API view, list API view, create retrieve API view. Those things we have built over generic API views. So the analogy is very similar. Here we are using ViewSets, then generic ViewSets, then over that we are building ModelViewSets. And for us it is very important to know about ModelViewSets, because it is something that we are going to use in production a lot of times. So let's say here they have given an example, because ModelViewSets extends generic API view. You have to understand ModelViewSets are extending generic API views. Generic API views we already know in our previous video. So we need to normally provide at least the query setter and serializer class. We need to provide these two parameters mandatorily to work it. So we have to provide a query set, the model we are targeting, and the serializer class, and our work is done. Everything will be done. And URL also, to create the URL for it, we just need to write a simple thing, simple router we can use base router, and then we can register our viewsets like this, or ModelViewSets. So I'll explain you while I will code. So don't worry if you're not getting it, because I'm gonna code it in front of you, so that there will be no doubt in building ModelViewSets. And believe me, you are going to use it so many times. I know ModelViewSets provides a lot of abstractions, and it is not important that you will use it every time, but you have to understand the case where you have to use ModelViewSet, or where you have to use generic class-based API views. So let me explain you. Suppose you have very less time, and your target is very simple, a simple CRUD operation over some model without less customization. Whenever there is very less customization, you have to use ModelViewSets, because it will save your time, it will save your effort, and your code will be very clean. But if you need a lot of customization, a lot of business logics inside each method, then I will suggest you to go through generic API views, because that provides more flexibility, more readability, and it will be more clear. Like less abstraction makes it very clear for you to write the code and to understand it by the next developer who is going to work on it. Because ModelViewSets provide a lot of abstraction creates confusion, and so it depends on your choice. If the logic is very easy without less customization, use ModelViewSets. If it is too complex, use normal views, generic API views. So this was something I wanted to show you through documentation. Now when I will code it for you, when I will show you how to write ModelViewSets in code, you will be having no doubt on it, and you can come to this documentation later for your reference, for revising what we have already know. If you have any doubt, you can go through documentation first. If you're not getting it, you can ask me in comment box. So now let's move towards writing the code for it. So guys, now we are on our VS Code, and as you can see, I've opened my previous project that I was doing in last video. So we have already created a lot of APIs here using generic views, and I have shown you how we can create it very, very easily. Now if I open my models.py, you can see we have already completed location model, hotel model, and room model. Now we are left with booking model, and we are going to create APIs for this. And as we all know, we are going to use ModelViewSet for it. So let's start without wasting any time. Right, class, we are going to use booking. So booking ModelViewSet, I'm going to name it. Naming convention is something that we follow whatever we are going to use. So we are going to use ModelViewSet, so that's why I appended ModelViewSet in the name of this class. So I have also imported the models, booking model from .models, and I have created a serializer, which is very, very easy to create. Okay, we were creating it since long time in this course, so I don't think you have any problem with this. you can easily create a serializer with model serializers. And then we have to import ViewSets, because we are going to use model ViewSets, so we need to import it. And how we can import it? We just need to import it from REST framework as like generics. So as we have imported generics, we can write from REST framework import generics and import ViewSets. Now I would like to show you the documentation here. So in documentation you can see we have how we are going to inherit this model ViewSet, because if we want to use model ViewSet, we need to inherit it from ViewSets.ModelViewSet. So here similarly we'll write ViewSets.ModelViewSet. I'm always taking you to the documentation so that you must have a habit of using documentation. You must take reference from there only, because it is very important to go through it time by time to know exactly what is required to write here in code. So now we have imported our model ViewSets, and if I want to see the parameters that I'm going to use, so for that we need to just write these things: query set and serializer class, and then our permission classes. So let's see how we are going to do it. We have to write these three things. We can copy it and we can directly write here, and we can overwrite it. So in our case we are targeting our booking model, so we just need to write here booking, and here we will have having a booking serializer that I have already created this, and then permission classes we can skip. So these are the two things that we need at this point to create APIs for this. Now the important thing is that by writing just these three lines, we have created all the 6 methods of it that were required, like list, create, get, and everything. So now we have created our view. The next step is creating URLs, and for creating URLs there is a different way for ViewSets that we are going to see. So we need to use routers. So in documentation you can come to routers, and here is something that simple, that how we can create routers for our ViewSets. And you can also go forward and see what are the different available options for it. I will explain routers in a different video later, like what are the things possible with it, how we are going to create it. So let's just use the first thing here, this way, to register our views. So we are going to import routers from REST framework, and then we are going to use this simple router. So let's go to the code, and here we need to import routers, and we have to write this in URLs, so we need to remove it. And because we are going to create URLs now, so we are going to import it here from REST framework routers import from REST framework import routers. We are going to import routers, and then we have to paste the line that we have copied from our documentation, this one, simple router. So it is very important to keep checking the documentation. It makes our life very easy, very easy. And after this we have to write these, we have to register our ViewSets. So let's see how we can do it. So we need to write booking, because we are using booking, we are targeting booking model, so our URL should be something similar to that. And we need to import our API that we have just created, so booking model ViewSet, and we are done. We just have to use it, and yeah, we have registered our router. Then we have to check, we have to in our URL patterns we have to append this to be visible for us to know. So we can simply write like this, plus URL router.urls. I think yeah, this is something that we needed, and now we are done. So now we can start our server so that we can see the results. So first we need to activate our environment. So this is the command. It might be a little different if you are using Windows. So now we can start python manage.py run server. Okay, so it is saying attribute errors from REST framework.routers has no attribute URL. So there is some problem in line number 17. It is saying, I guess this is the problem. So let's check. Okay, we don't have to write routers, we have to use this router. So this is something which contains URL, not the routers. So just write router here and it will be solved. So now our error has gone and we can come here and we can see the APIs by adding / API, and then we will see the available options here. Sorry. So we can see here we have booking. We have something different here. We can see in the line number 5 and 6 that we have booking APIs now. So let's go here and write booking / and if we just hit booking / we can see here what we can see is UI that helps us to make a post request, make a get request. It is making a get request also, which will list all the hotels user, all the booking items. And if I just go and write the one like as the ID of it, it will give me that specific booking, and that specific booking I can delete, I can update, I can do everything. So you can see by just 3 lines of APIs by just writing 3 lines in views.py we have created 6 different APIs: delete, update, patch, get, create, list, everything but by using just 3 lines. So how cool it is to use ModelViewSets whenever we have a simple target, when we want to save time and effort. It is very important to use ModelViewSets. So it is very simple. Just in views.py you just have to write query set, serializer class, and a few customizations. If you want, you can do it. Like we can also provide lookup field and lookup URL co-op. So if you want to change the URL co-op for this, let me show you what I am saying. If you want to pass something else instead of ID, you can override that using these fields. So by default it is primary key, as you can see here, similar to this as I have already explained in previous video. But if you want to change it, you can change it. Django is very flexible to customize. So this is how you use ModelViewSets to create your APIs in just 3 lines. Now I would like to show you if everything is working fine. So we'll start with booking first. So we are going to create our first booking. So we have only one user admin, we have one hotel, and we have different rooms for it. So we just hit a post method and the booking has been created. We can try using we can create different objects also. So let's try a different booking. So we have created a different booking. Now if we hit get request, we will be receiving all the booking objects, because this is the list method. So first API is list API, second is create API. This is how we create, by post method. And if we go here, if we write the ID of it, this is the get API for a single instance, and to update that, this is a put API, a patch API you can use, then delete. So these are the all APIs available using this ModelViewSet. So I hope everything is clear in your mind about ViewSets. You can also provide permission classes like whoever is authorized for this API. So here you can write the permissions. I have not taught you about permissions yet in Django, but it is very simple and it is very important concept, which makes it by using which you can actually handle who can access to your views. So I'll explain it later, which you can use in every API here, which you can see. So this is how ModelViewSet saves your time and saves your effort while writing the code. So I hope this video is getting too long. So I will explain the customization part in next video. Believe me, you are going to learn a lot of things in the next video, which will be very important if you are going to write production code. Because in real time projects, we have to write custom logics, custom business logics. Things are not pretty simple like this, that we have to create just CRUD APIs. You have to put different behavior in those APIs, and for those different behaviors, you should know how to write custom views, how to write custom behaviors. So that thing I will explain you, because I will show you how you can do that by like here we have different methods that we can write, different actions that we can write. So ModelViewSet is very powerful, very powerful. You can write a lot of APIs inside just a single class with a lot of customizations. So please wait till the next video. You're going to learn a lot of things. I hope you all are good. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel, so that I will be motivated to create more playlists like this, more projects over Django, more knowledgeable videos over backend engineering that I am using in my current job. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.